Hi, my name's Thomas Bracher. I've been running the gym here for about 6 years now. Basically, I started off training. I didn't really have a crazy dream or idea of doing what we have done. Obviously, I had really great references when I was training of people doing similar things. And then a few years into my training career, I decided that I wanted to pursue it full time. I wanted to be able to compete internationally. And obviously that required money. And in order to earn money, I started coaching classes at the gym I was training at then. And then I wanted to do something more local to home. So I started teaching in an MMA gym or like a Thai boxing gym. So I hired the room. It was like £20 for the hour, and then I paid like £6 per session for everyone. And at the time, there was only like 2 or 3 people showing up. Sometimes one person showing up to the class, just me. And I was actually like losing money. So I would go home to my parents. And I'd be like, I'm literally paying £14 an hour to teach other people jiu-jitsu. So I decided to create like a 16-week beginner course. I hired a community center for 4 days a week. And I just promoted it on Facebook, promoted it locally, like very organic. And I managed to have, I think it was about 20 people that signed up. Essentially like the first 30 people, I made like no money at all, but it paid for the mats and it paid for the 16-week room hire. And then from that, we were just there weekly. So the 16 weeks finished, everyone wanted to continue training, thank God. More people started joining, more people started showing up. And we just built upon what we'd done. So, we were getting 25, 30 people per class. In January of 2020, the November before 19, we took the keys for here and we opened in January 2020, just before obviously COVID hit, but we got our own space and we created our first academy. All throughout that period of time I was competing internationally. Obviously I had some of the best results I've had at coloured belts. I don't think too many people like know the coloured belt record that I had and some of the achievements that we had. We had like 2 world medals at purple, 2 silvers, I had a bronze at brown, gold at Euros at blue, silver at Euros at brown. Like it was a very like strong competitive career. Still do have a strong competitive career now, but back then, obviously training full time, it was my main priority, my main focus. Yeah, so I was at the community centre for about 6 to 9 months. Obviously, I met Hannah out and about, and obviously, we became very like close, and started our relationship. And then she was in like a transitional phase in between uni. Like she's ridiculously intelligent, like far more intelligent than me. I had a lot of workload on with competing and running the academy, and essentially, her free time and the business growth that we had, it just kind of made sense to work together. So, we had a conversation. We said, listen, university is always going to be there. If in a year's time, 2 years' time, you want to go and do that, like I'll fully support it. I'll help you out. And we kind of had an unwritten agreement that, if you help me pursue my dreams and support me, like when we are financially able, like I will support like her dreams to the max, which she still has, and obviously we're still working on. So it definitely worked out well, and I think she's an incredible asset, not only in the beginning of the academy and opening it, but even now, even though she's not so much at work and behind the desk, like the things she does behind the closed doors, like she won't say, like I know how she is, she'll play it off like she doesn't do a lot, but she definitely does.
So family life and mixing it with work life is hectic. It's non-stop, very busy lifestyle, but it's mad sometimes. One day we will be literally non-stop, then the next day it'll be chill, which is my time to get myself together and Tom's time to get himself together. But yeah, especially now we're starting to build Solihull. It's definitely put the pressure on. When I first met Tom, this is what we wanted. We wanted to be a family-run business. We never would have probably imagined we get to this point where we are now. It's exciting because we can, we've grown a lot, and it looks like hopefully we will continue to grow. Like I said, we've had our ups and downs. I feel like we balance each other out quite a lot. Despite the kids coming into our lives, it's been great, but yeah, like I said, up and down. So I see myself as someone that's behind the scenes, that no one really, unless you've been with us from the start, from the community centre days, you probably won't know who I am, which I quite like now in a weird way. My role is basically to make sure everything runs smoothly. I do all the memberships, the admin side that people don't see. I help Lucy a lot. I obviously help Tom a lot. I'd like to see myself as someone that I don't feel like I contribute a lot, but little bits that probably do help in a weird way. Like some social media elements, the website, yeah, some parts that I'll probably knock myself down for a bit, that I feel like is not a lot, but it probably is deep down. I like to think I keep Tom level-headed. He is very much a person that is up and go, like just get on with it, doesn't stop. Like ever since I've known him, we've just constantly doing everything at the same time, whether it's kids, family, business, everything, house, everything's just go, go, go with Tom. But I think that's partly why he's so successful, and we've got to this point where we are now. He's definitely found it hard, and he won't knock me for saying this. It's been a struggle, obviously, especially when the boys were babies, shall I say. They're 4 and 2 now. So although they're still young, they're getting older. It's been hard, but he's finding the time more and more now. He's absolutely amazing with them. The boys love him to bits. They're always like, want daddy, where's daddy, where's daddy, want daddy. So he manages really well with the boys, despite them being an absolute headache sometimes, because they're full on. They just make our lives hectic, but we love it. Yeah, he's great with them.
When she first came in, I actually knew her from school. Like we went to the same school together, so we knew of each other. Obviously, she practiced judo as a kid. She came here just after lockdown to get back in shape. So she came here, she was a little bit overweight. I'm sure she won't mind me saying she was a little bit out of shape, and she just wanted that focus again of what she had when she was a kid. Obviously, she took to jiu-jitsu really well. There's no secret that, and I don't mind saying it out loud, she's probably one of the fastest learning students that we've ever had. Like a level that she's attained over the last 2-3 years was ridiculous. And then obviously with Hannah being less involved in the academy in terms of the day-to-day running of it, and being at home with the family, and having more kids, we decided that she would be a good fit for the role behind the desk of liaising with everybody, bringing people in, looking after the tasters and the trials. And then of course more recently now she's been in a more managerial role of looking after the academy, making sure staff are here, making sure coaches are here, managing the stock, managing the the import export, which of course we've had a few headaches with, which is well known. And all in all, even with all of that, I see a true value in being an expression of what we believe in here. It's very easy for people to say that, for a certain individual, let's say myself, maybe Tom's just successful at jiu-jitsu, maybe Tom was just good, and I'm different, or it was just me. But I think having students that have equally great success, if not more success, in the coloured belt, she's way more successful than I've been. She's won Europeans, she's won Pans, silver at Worlds, blue belt, purple belt. It's an insane resume that she has already, and she's been training 3-4 years. She hasn't even got a adult teeth yet. She's still got a baby teeth in the game. It's just that kind of reinforcement of what we do here, the level we can achieve in a short period of time, the professionalization of the team, and also if somebody comes in here with like full belief in the coaches, full belief in the system, and full belief in what we do, then the limit is like, there is no limit on potential. I think that's a lot of what holds a lot of people back. I know it held me back in my own competitive career, like believing sometimes and having somebody there to look up to and inspire you and give you feedback and be very open. And I'm very honest with them, like super, like too honest sometimes. They get a little bit upset, but I'm very honest. And I think the amount of belief that she has in the team, not just me, but the other coaches here and the training partner she has, is proof in the pudding of what we do, and it's a great representation to have at the academy. Yeah, very similar thing. Like it's very organic. He started training and just as a guy to get in shape, I believe, and just try something new. He joined just after we opened in the January of 2020. And again, it just shows like when you apply yourself and you invest fully in the program and what you want to do, you can achieve anything, right? So he's pretty much one of the main coaches here, if not the main coach. Leads most of the kids' classes, day classes. There's some 6 a.m.s. And I would say that's, again, it's probably one of the proudest things that we have, because we haven't brought anybody in. We haven't needed to go and headhunt. Like, it's all organic. They've came through the program, they've came through the system, so they can give back to others what bringing somebody in can't, right? They've been on the mats, they've been at the end of the line, they've been a white belt, they've been the new guy in the gym. They've worked their way up, they've worked their way through. Of course, his coaching role is huge, but off the mat, he has a lot of responsibilities and roles in the organisation that we've built in terms of his skill set in HR and development of people and development of the staff that we have here. So, and that's only going to increase. It's only going to get bigger and better. And of course, with the affiliates that we're bringing on board and the second location that we're building, that job gets more crucial. And I see really the guys here will move into like managerial roles of the other guys that are coming underneath them. So obviously we've got some apprentices starting in 2025 that will be working on the desk and the admin side, which Lucy will oversee. We've got coaches that Danny will oversee. I just see it being very organic of us all, hitting our potential. Like, it's the same for me. Like, I never would have imagined I'd be so busy off the mat. I just see myself as like a coach and a competitor, and I'd spend my life in the gym. But now there's a lot of responsibility outside of just coaching and training to build something, not just for me and not just for my kids, but I take it very seriously that we have members of staff and people that rely on us, and their families eat off the back of what we do, and any poor decisions from me or any poor decisions from anyone in the team can impact everyone. So it's a huge responsibility for everyone to carry. I have no doubt that there's some incredible coaches out there, some incredible guys that we could bring in for sure. And if we went down that line of headhunting people, we could probably expand quicker. But I like the organic side of things where we get to know people. We really see what they're about on the mats. Like, when you're in hard sessions and you're in, tough times and tough waters and things go wrong outside of the academy and in your personal life, you really get to know people. And by spending a lot of time with people like Serena, Lucy, Danny, and them spending time with me, we all know where each other lack. We all know where each other are strong, so we can really fill in the gaps for each other. And again, she's come through the program. It's very organic. Like you say, she's in the infancy of her career here that she's transitioning towards. And obviously from January, things like, with the new academy, that will strengthen her position. But a great asset to the team, has a great skill set off the mat, has a passion for safeguarding and well-being and looking after the kids of the academy and even the adults, right? So it's a great addition. I see a very long-term career with her. She's part of the team here. And again, in our kind of future plans, we see her as like the lead role for safeguarding that we will put across, all of the academies, affiliates, or ones that we open. So she's, again, although it's not her full-time job right now, a very integral part of the team, yeah. if I'm gonna say a secret ingredient or what sets us apart is the fact that, you know, we're all here to see everybody win. There's nobody that's above anybody else. Of course, we have a hierarchy on the mats, if you want to call it that, a belt system, and we all have respect for each other in that sense. But outside of the mats, you know, we're all individuals, we're all human beings. We all have a say. We're all listened to. We all have respect for each other. Of course, sometimes, you know, when you are so family based, the banter and things like, you know, can teeter on the line a little bit now and then, and you know, we have to rein that in. But I would say that's our kind of secret ingredient, that we all want to see everyone do so well. We back each other, we look after each other. You know, if one of them calls me and they're moving house, I'll be there to help them, vice versa. They have helped me move house. Like, I feel like the limit we have and the limitations that we think we have, like, we don't, like, we can do anything we want to do. And I would also say the friendly nature of how we are and the family business that we kind of run, even though like it started like literally from family, like myself and Hannah and the kids, even with those guys now that are friends on the fringe of family, we created like an environment and a culture where nobody even really wants to go home. So, you know, we have people come here and they look at the schedule and say, man, everyone's working like so many classes, they're doing so many things. And I actually had to have a meeting a few months ago where I told everybody to take a day off, right? Because I said, you know, I don't want you guys feeling like you have to be here 7 days a week. We've got enough staff to cover the classes. We've got enough coaches. Like, please go and take, like, you know, Danny has a Wednesday afternoon and a Sunday off. You know, go and take a Thursday night, whatever it is. But they love the environment so much. They want to be here so much because they don't want to miss out. They want to share. They want to speak. They want to train. They want to coach. Like, they're that excited to do the job that it doesn't feel like work. It's a special culture. It's hard for people to understand, but I think if anyone's ever been in it, like obviously yourself, you've sat in with meetings, and even some of the teens that are like, the teens are here 7 days a week to help out the 3-year-olds class. It's like, it's insane. The parents don't even understand them. I think when you're in such a positive environment where everyone wants to see you win, everyone's giving you the best advice, like truly to help. I think it's special, and you know, no one gives any advice here or tries to, you know, put people off a certain path. Like, I think everyone's pretty much like ride or die energy, and that's what we do.